Hello everyone, we are Group 11, and today my partner and I will lead an exploration of the development of science communication in the Soviet Union and modern Russia, examining how political forces have influenced its development and the extent to which it has been politicized at different historical stages. And the first parallel was the Soviet parallel, science as a political tool. During the Soviet era, science communication was deeply connected with the political propaganda. It played a crucial role in advanced state groups like the modernization and the industrialization, which were key to the socialist construction of the Soviet Union. And the one major initiative was the light-based literacy campaign, which promotes science to improve the literacy and support the state industrial ambitions. Science communication was essential in mobilizing the masses for the technological modernization. And additionally, in the 1947, starting merging the scientific popularization with the political message, used the mass media like the TV programs and the film to spread the socialist ideologies. And science serves as a tool to reinforce the state's control and ideology. And the Soviet government viewed that science is not only as a natural body of knowledge, but also as a means of consolidating political power. Science was used to shape public consciousness and to align scientific development with the natural interest. And the second parallel was the post-Soviet decline and the liberalization. After the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, and there was a sharp decline in the state-controlled science communication due to an economic crisis. Funding for scientific research and the public dissemination nearly disappeared, and the once closely monitored relationship between the policies and the science weakened. And in the 1992, we can saw the dramatic reduction in science baggage, holding many science communication activities. And public interest shift away from the science toward the religions. And however, in the last 1990s, no governmental organization like the FENG emerged to fill the gap. And although they have limited impact due to the scarce resources, during this period, and the decline state influenced me that science was no longer as a tool for political control, but the lack of resource also limited any meaningful public engagement with the science. And then give the time to my partner.
I'll handle the next part of the presentation. I'll talk about privatization and reduction of state control at first. In the early 2000s, private institutions began to play a more significant role in science and communication. A notable example is the Dynasty Foundation, established in 2001, which marked a turning point. The foundation contributed to a broader interest in science and education. At the same time, private media also plays a role. This slide provides a more detailed introduction. The policy-driven nature of science communication means the government plays a dominant role in shaping public scientific awareness, but this also raises concerns about the authenticity and diversity of the information provided. Then I'll talk about contemporary trends in science communication. In the post-2016 era, the political dimension of science communication in Russia has become more apparent again. While some progress was made in privatization science dissemination, state intervention continued in ways that stifled independent efforts. A notable example is the government decision in 2015 to label the Dynasty Foundation a foreign agent, leading to its closure. This severely impacts independent science communication. Furthermore, there is still no comprehensive legal framework to support science communication. efforts remain fragmented across government departments and private institutions, lacking the coordinate needed to build an effective science communication ecosystem. Public engagement with science is also limited, as the state's involvement often results in one-sided messaging, inhibiting a diversity of voice in the scientific community. We also want to talk about political impacts on science and the public. The politicization of science has significant consequences. On the one hand, scientific research in areas such as climate change may be skewed to align with state policies. In some cases, research outcomes are shaped to reflect national interest, distorting scientific integrity. For the public, this politicization often leads to misinformation or the suppression of independent scientific voices, especially during periods of international tension or conflict. The public's trust in science can erode when the sense it is being used as a political tool rather than an objective search for knowledge. Then we talk about reflection and global implication. It's important to remember that intersection of science and politics isn't unique to Russia. Even in democratic countries, political agendas can influence science communication. For example, debates over climate change and vaccines has been politicized in United States and the UK. The key is finding the balance. Science should certainly inform policy, but it shouldn't be subordinate to political needs. In Russian, as in other nations, ensuring scientific independence and diverse public engagement remains a critical challenge. So, in conclusion, Russia's history of science communication illustrates the complex relationship between science and the political power. From its use as a tool of state control to its gradually liberalization and the challenge of the modern era, since the Russian has often been shaped by political forces. As we look ahead, the question remains, how do we ensure the integrity of science communication in an increasingly politicized world? This is a question not only for Russian but also for us. Thanks for your listening.